Today we're diving into the fascinating life of a remarkable figure in Chinese history, none other than Empress Wu Zetian. Now, Wu Zetian holds a unique place in the annals of Chinese dynasties. Why? Because she was the one and only female emperor in Chinese history. But here's the thing. The story is not just about shattering glass ceilings, it's a tale of power, intrigue, and controversy that spans centuries. And that's exactly what we're here to unravel today.
So get ready to journey back in time with me as we explore the life, achievements, controversies, and legacy of Empress Wu Zetian.
It's the 7th century in China, and a young girl named Wu Zetian is about to embark on a journey that will change the course of history. Born in 624, Wu wasn't your average girl next door. No, she was a force to be reckoned with from the start. Wu's upbringing was anything but ordinary. She received a top-notch education, which was pretty rare for girls back then. Armed with smarts and ambition, Wu caught the eye of Emperor Taizong and entered the imperial court as a concubine at just 14 years old. But here's where things get interesting. Wu Zetian wasn't content with just being another face in the crowd. Oh no, she had her sights set on the throne, and she wasn't afraid to play the games of politics to get there.
Wu Zetian's intelligence and strategic alliance paved the way for her meteoric rise to power. She wasn't just a pretty face, she was a mastermind, forging key relationships with Emperor Taizong and his successors, including Emperor Gaozong.
She went from being Emperor Taizong's consort to earning the coveted title of Empress Consort, the highest honor for a woman in the Tang Dynasty. But Wu wasn't one to rest on her laurels. Oh no, she had her eyes set on an even bigger prize. When Emperor Gaozong ascended to the throne, Wu's influence only grew stronger. She became Empress Dowager and regent, essentially ruling the emperor with an iron fist. Wu was a political mastermind, pulling the strings behind the scenes and shaping the course of the Tang Dynasty. She implemented bold reforms, slashed through bureaucratic red tape, and championed policies that benefited the common folk.
Picture this: lower taxes for rural peasants, modern agricultural practices spreading far and wide, and civil service exams thrown open to folks from all walks of life. But wait, there's more.
Her reign wasn't all sunshines and rainbows. There were plenty of allegations swirling around, painting her as a ruthless and conniving leader. But here's the thing, history is rarely black and white. While some accounts portray Wu Zetian as a power-hungry villainess, others argue that she was simply a product of her time, navigating the treacherous waters of imperial politics as best she could. Now, let's talk about those juicy family dynamics. Wu's relationship with her kin were, to put it mildly, complicated. Allegations of murder within her own family abound, with whispers of poisonings and power struggles echoing through the ages. And then there were her dealings with officials and rivals. Let's just say it wasn't all tea parties and friendly banter. Wu faced challenges at every turn, from bureaucratic opposition to outright rebellion.
But here's the million-dollar question. How much of it is true? Did Wu Zetian really orchestrate the demise of her enemies with a flick of a wrist? Or are these tales nothing more than sensationalized accounts designed to tarnish her legacy?
Now let's talk about her fall from power. In 690, Wu took the final step to become the Empress Regnant of the newly proclaimed Zhao Dynasty. Years later, Wu began relationships with two new lovers, the Zhang brothers, who became honored within the palace and were eventually created dukes. In the autumn of 704, accusations of corruption started swirling around the Zhang brothers, along with their siblings. Despite calls for their removal, Empress Wu, under the advice of Chancellor Yang Zixi, opted not to take action. As winter set in, Wu Zetian fell seriously ill, and speculation began to mount. Only the Zhang brothers were allowed to attend to her, leading many to believe that they were plotting to seize the throne. By spring of 705, Wu's health continued to decline, and a group of officials and generals orchestrated a coup to remove the Zhang brothers from power. They convinced Wu's son, Lizian, to take the throne.
On February 20th, the coup unfolded. The Zhang brothers were executed and Wu Zetian was forced to yield the throne to her son. The Tang dynasty was restored, marking the end of the Zhao.
Wu Zetian passed away on December 16, leaving behind a legacy that continues to spark debate and fascination.
Her reign sparked conversations about gender equality, governance, and power dynamics that continue to resonate today. She challenged the status quo and forced people to rethink what it means to be a ruler, regardless of gender.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Asia Obscura. Please do subscribe for more stories. And if you have your own stories to share, topics you'd like us to explore, feel free to leave a comment. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and stay tuned.